Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and today I wanted to talk about why this funny fish counters the most powerful Pokemon in all of NU. So first things first, let's go ahead and compare these Pokemon side by side. For those who don't know, I'm talking about Qwilfish and about Blaziken. Now, Qwilfish is a Pokemon with 85 base stat speed. That's the most important stat we want to keep in mind. 55 special defense, quite low. 85 base defense, decent. 95 base attack, once again decent, kind of above average, and 65 base HP, which is pretty mediocre. Now, Qwilfish currently sits at a 3.3% usage rate, but a 58% win rate, almost 59%, which is extremely high, especially considering the usage rate. Now, part of this comes into fact that it is a Rain Dance Pokemon, and most people that are playing with Qwilfish are using a Rain Dance team, which is a very synergistic, very powerful team, even down in NU. But another part of this comes from the fact that it actually hard counters the most powerful Pokemon in the tier, even outside of Rain. You can just slot one of these puppies into any team if you're having trouble with Blaziken, and he'll be able to counter it. To understand this, we have to look at the two main Blaziken sets and the main Qwilfish set. You'll need to counter both of those sets. The two main Blaziken sets you'll run into are Jolly Choice Scarf with Flare Blitz, U-Turn, Brave Bird sometimes, and then high jump kick and or close combat. The second set being a mixed set without the speed increase from Choice Scarf, being Naive, Life Orb, maybe Rash or Hasty, or even a mix of Adamant or Jolly, but usually we'll go with Naive. For the purpose of this video, it's important for those plus speed natures to be factored in, so for the purpose of this video, we're going to factor it in as Life Orb, Naive, which usually go mixed. They have things like Flamethrower, maybe Flamethrower and Flare Blitz if they're crazy enough, maybe some other attacks, but a lot of times they'll actually go Hidden Power Grass to counter Quagsire, which is one of the biggest counters to Blaziken in the tier besides Qwilfish. Now, Quagsire obviously counters Blaziken really easily because of its typing, it being water ground. It's basically going to be able to tank any single attack from Blaziken, be really, really tanky, really powerful, and be able to tank, just really outstall the Pokemon. It can EQ them, scald them back, and obliterate them. But if the Blaziken has HP Grass, Hidden Power Grass, it will absolutely one-shot and destroy any Quagsire. So it's not a direct counter, but Qwilfish can direct counter it. So let's go ahead and talk about why and compare the sets. Okay, first things first, I'll do a brief overview with words and visuals, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys all the Pokemon Showdown damage calculator numbers. So if you want all the nerdy stuff, all the boring stuff, stick around for that. But if you want the, interesting TLDR explanation, I'll go ahead and give you guys that now. Essentially, Blaziken can't do enough damage to Qwilfish, but the most important factor, obviously being Water Poison, a really good typing counter. U-Turn does no damage, it resists that. Flare Blitz does no damage. High Jump Kick does around 41 to 49% with Choice Scarf. Brave Bird is the only attack that'll do over 50% damage, but most people don't run it. And then even then, that's if you're faster with Choice Scarf, you might be able to get one of those off. But the most important factor with Qwilfish is that it's faster than Blaziken outside of Choice Scarf. So Qwilfish has an 85 base stat speed, while Blaziken has an 80 base stat speed, which is wildly important. So the opponent is either going to be sacrificing power and going for that Choice Scarf and going for that speed variant, which most people go for, which makes sense. It's definitely the better variant in my opinion, Choice Scarf Blaziken. But for those who do go the Life Orb Blaziken, you're essentially able to counter both variants of Blaziken effectively. If they're Choice Scarf, they're not going to be able to do enough damage to you. Even on the switch-in, they're not even going to be able to 2-hit KO you most of the time. Brave Bird is the only move that can potentially 2-hit KO you. Most people don't run it, and they're also going to be taking recoil from it. So the only time Qwilfish loses to Blaziken is if he switches into Blaziken basically for free, and they were to predict and click Brave Bird twice, and then even then they're going to end up taking around 40% recoil damage from the Brave Bird. And if you have Aqua Jet on your Qwilfish, if you are to actually Aqua Jet a Brave Bird Blaziken, you'll actually, with Stealth Rock damage, you actually can still counter that variant. So it's a pretty freaking hard counter, pretty much as hard as they come. If that's the only move that they're ever going to do any damage to you on. If they use U-Turn, they're doing no damage. If they use Flare Blitz, they're doing around 38 to 45%. Can't 2-hit KO you, and then you Waterfall one-shot them. Waterfall with Qwilfish is always going to be able to one-shot Blaziken as long as your 31 attack 31 speed, Jolly Nature. The most important thing is to counter Blaziken you outside of Rain. This isn't even considering Rain Quillfish. This is outside of Rain Quillfish. You have to be 31 speed Jolly. It's really, really important. Now, we'll look at the details later. You actually don't need to fully invest into 252 speed EVs to be able to outspeed Blaziken. You can actually go 220 EVs into speed and then go ahead and dump the extra EVs into HP. But the TLDR is Choice Scarf Blaziken isn't going to be able to do enough damage to you. It needs 3 hits to be able to kill you. And within those 3 hits, you're able to waterfall it back or pressure it out by setting up a Toxic Spikes or a layer of Spikes, which are both fantastic. And then against the Life Orb variant, it's going to be, even though it can Hidden Power Grass you and potentially KO you, you're going to be faster than it. And you're going to be able to waterfall it and one-shot it. So essentially, you outspeed the Life Orb variant, and the Choice Scarf variant just can't do enough damage to you. So it's a very hard counter. Alright, now here we are into the nerdy stuff, the direct numbers. So essentially what we're looking at is the typical Quillfish set and the typical Blaziken set. Level 50s, 252 attack EVs, 220 speed EVs, 32 HP EVs. Essentially, you go 220 speed EVs to outspeed the Life Orb variant, which I'll cover next. This is Quillfish, Life Orb, Jolly Quillfish versus Jolly Choice Scarf Blaziken. That's going to be the important matchup. And essentially, look at these moves up here. So, Brave Bird is going to be doing 51 to 61%, which is the scariest move you need to be aware of. But even then, you can finish it off if you go Aqua Jet. High Jump Kick is going to be a 3-hit KO, which is really, really important. I wonder if you take off the HP EVs, does High Jump Kick could possibly become a 2-hit KO, but still very much 3-hit KO range, which is really important because then you can switch in on a High Jump Kick, you can switch in on a Flare Blitz or a U-turn really, really safely. Go ahead and throw up a free Waterfall. If you expect them to switch out, you can throw up the Toxic Spikes layer or even set up an SD or normal Spikes. You can do a lot of moves on Quillfish. You can do a lot of moves on Blaziken. You can do a lot of moves on Quillfish. These are kind of just the typical sets you may see, but there's a lot of variation there. Spikes maybe run over Toxic Spikes pretty easily. Toxic Spikes and Spikes are pretty easily to switch out depending on what your team wants to do. Usually you go Toxic Spikes if you're a little slower of a team and don't have much status, or maybe you're a stall team and you have a lot of status. You go Spikes usually if you want that little extra bit of damage ASAP and you're like more of an aggressive team. Usually go Spikes. Stally teams kind of go Toxic Spikes for that extra stall on the toxic damage ramping up. But anyways, so yeah, everything becomes a 3-hit KO except for Brave Bird. Once again, most people don't run Brave Bird. I run Brave Bird. I don't see it that much. I think a lot of people actually run Flare Blitz Flamethrower on these like weird Jolly sets, which I don't think is good. But that's just, I see that a decent amount, which is surprising, but that's what I would watch out for. And then even then, so if you know your opponent has Brave Bird and you're scared of losing your Quillfish to it, you can teleport into your Quillfish with Clefable or Slowking or any of the other monster teleport users right now. You can slow U-turn into it. Especially, dude, if your opponent is on Blaziken, Choice Scarf Blaziken, you know they're going to be fast. You can if they lock into Brave Bird, you can slow Volt Switch or like with Magneton or something and tank. No, they're I guess you can't think they're Flare Blitz, but they're Brave Bird or whatever. Let's say you have let's say you have Lilligant out or some sort of Pokemon that is weak to Brave Bird. You have something that is weak to Brave Bird. You bait the Brave Bird, switch into your Magneton. Now you can easily Volt Switch against the Blaziken, and you're set up to either bring in your Quillfish if they stay in on Blaziken, or just straight up switch out to another Pokemon. It's all a very, very good play. That's also really good. That's a really good Rain example as well because Magneton is literally run on Rain team as the Rain Dance setter. So Magneton and Quillfish as a combo is just really, really good. But anyways, back to the details. Waterfall is always going to one-shot. Waterfall is so strong against Blaziken. 125% to 147%. Flare Blitz, still through all the numbers. Flare Blitz doing 38.1 to 45. U-turn doing 15 to 18. High Jump Kick doing 41 to 49. 3-hit KO. And then once again, Brave Bird being the only one doing slightly over 50% damage. Poison Jab's also a nice option. If you have your opponent's Blaziken chipped and you're not sure if they're going to switch or stay in, you can go for a Poison Jab as a sort of middle ground attack. So if they stay in, you'll also KO their Blaziken, or if they switch out, you have a chance at poison and possibly doing more damage. Let's go ahead and look at the Life Orb variant next. So the Life Orb variant runs like Flamethrower, Hidden Power Grass, Flare Blitz if you want to go mixed, and then U-turn. U-turn's the most important move. U-turn's so good on Blaziken. I was really shocked. I'll be totally honest. I was blown away at how little damage Hidden Power Grass does to. I guess actually I forgot to EV train this. That's why. I don't know what special attack, and I have no idea. I'll be totally honest, I do not know the EV split for this, so I'm just going to do this, essentially. I do not know the EV split for attack special attack on a mixed Blaziken. I'll be totally honest. But anyways, against this set, you're always going to outspeed this set, so you can quite literally switch in Qwilfish into any single attack this Pokemon's going to throw out, and then either waterfall it back or spike up or sword stance expecting a switch. So you can always switch in, tank attack super healthily, and then outspeed and then one-hit KO the Blaziken next turn. So Qwilfish absolutely obliterates Life Orb Blaziken. It's literally not even close. And then it has a really decent shot, or like 99% to 1% shot, maybe 95 to 5% shot of beating Choice Dark Blaziken. So here's the numbers. If you want to check anything, the most important things here are the speed stats. You can see Life Orb Blaziken reaches with Naive Nature, 31 speed IV, 252 speed EVs, 145 total speed stat. Qwilfish reaches you just want to EV him to 146, because there's not many other Pokemon, I believe, in that speed tier that you want to outspeed. Unless you're in rain, then you might want to go more speed to outspeed certain things, or maybe go less speed EVs. I'm not quite sure. I don't know the calcs on rain teams well enough. But you can go as extra 32 HP EVs, which gets you a total of 4 more HP. So you go from 140 HP to 144 with the 32 extra EVs. Yep, that's pretty much the TLDR. Here's all the numbers. If you want to ask me any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys thought about this video by liking it if you enjoyed it, dislike it if you didn't like it, subscribe for future PokeMMO content, check out all the playlist links down below if you want more content after this video is over. Consider joining the Discord to join a really cool community. And then if you want to go above and beyond, you can consider becoming a YouTube member for $5 a month, dropping a Twitch Prime or a Twitch sub over on my Twitch, hitting up my Patreon or my Venmo, which are all linked below. Thank you all so much. Have a great day, and I wish you guys the best of luck in your PokeMMO journey. Hey, you watched until the end of the video. I really appreciate that. This end clip is used to say thank you to all my YouTube members, Twitch subs, Patreon members, and Venmo supporters who go above and beyond and support this channel. You guys allow me to keep making content, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you all so much. Have a great day.